Buongiorno. Benvenuti. Welcome you all in Catania. It's really a pleasure having you all here for this General Assembly of EUNICE. And to start, let me immediately give the microphone to the Deputy Mayor of the city of Catania that is hosting us, Professor Paula La Greca.
Benvenuti tutti nella città di Catania a nome del sindaco, l'avvocato Enzo Trentino. Welcome to everyone in Catania, and I am greeting you on behalf of our mayor, Enrico Trentino. But unfortunately today he couldn't be with us for a previous meeting that could not change. But I have to say that I'm really particularly grateful to Trentino to give me this golden opportunity to be here and to welcome you in our city, for I belong first of all to the University of Catania, so I am a teacher, a professor of this university, and the heart is always beating for my university. And to have you here in this room and everywhere you are looking and working with us today, it's really a great opportunity. I think this European program is quite important. I think it's really of utmost importance, let me say, to have the opportunity to exchange our different experience, in a way to make our brain in touch with other people, learning, working together, studying. It's really the greatest thing we can imagine in order to improve our capacity, first of all, to be really European citizens, but also to become part of a wider community. And in this respect, I think that the participation of the municipality of Catania as a partner, in a way, of the project, it's just a way to testify how, for us, it is really important to have and to increase the opportunity for all our students to find a job, but on the other way, to have the opportunity to exchange with other people. Myself, during my life, I was abroad from my city. I worked in many different places, but in the end I had the possibility to be back and to work here. This is what really we should make as our great effort, to allow all our students all over Europe to move, to exchange, but then to have the opportunity, real opportunity of work, study, live, wellness, enjoy wherever they want. So thank you very much for your presence here, and really enjoy our city.
Thank you to Professor La Greca and, Deputy Mayor, rectors, presidents, vice chancellors, representative of the European Commission, ladies and gentlemen, friends, students. It is for me a great honor and a great pleasure to open this General Assembly of the EUNICE. In this historical palace that you are actually looking at, and in this historical university, the Sicilia Studium Generale, the oldest university in Sicily, founded in 1434 by Alfonso d'Aragona. As all you know, as all we know, this is the final meeting of the first phase of EUNICE, after three years. And EUNICE was one of the 41 European University Alliances. And they will soon be 60 alliances in 2024, strongly wanted by the European Commission. And we worked together these 3 years, really thanks to our coordinator, the Poznan, for the hard work of coordination that has been done, and that gathered us together in these 3 difficult years. Because we started, I remember to myself and to all of you, we started in 2020 in the middle of the pandemics. So it was not easy, it was tough. And we started knowing each other only in video, and then finally we started meeting and looking at each other and really interacting. So this is the final meeting after 3 years of an ambitious challenge. We were 7 universities from 7 different countries. But in some way, as all we know, this is the start of a new challenge. 3 new countries, 3 new universities joined. We are now 10, and we have the opportunity to continue and to start again and to gather together again. So this, indeed, is a new alliance. It's a new starting. And talking to the youngest that I see there, well, this is in some way an enormous opportunity, because this, the name says, is a European university. It's a university that goes from the very far west of Europe, Portugal, to Poland, and then to the very far north, Sweden and Finland, to Sicily and Greece. So it's really taking all around Europe, from the west to the east, from the north to south, gathering us all together. And, well, sometimes we call it a project. Other times we call it a consortium. We did also the really a strong gathering with the ASBL, so from the legal entity led by UMONS. And this tells us one thing, that we are not a project, we are not a consortium. We are really, in some way, a dream. We are a dream of a single European university with 150,000 students, with 15,000 professors all together, and with the possibility for you, the youngest, to go around, to pick up courses around Europe and go around Europe and take advantage of this. And this is really our second phase. We should do that. We should make this dream true in this way. So, to conclude, first, let me actually thank, I cited Poznan, but I need to cite Pavel Žnjatala, that really coordinated us from Poznan University of Technology. I need to thank Iwona Jablonska, that is following us from the European Commission. And of course, I need to thank all those that worked hard to make this meeting in Catania possible. I'd like to work the whole team, but particularly Cristina Satriano and Lucia Zappalà. And I take this occasion to send her our deepest and most sincere condolences for the loss of her father yesterday night. To conclude, let me thank you again for coming from all different parts of Europe. And I'd like to let you know better our university with a 1-minute video that shows the different places of our university. But let me finish reminding the youngest that really this is a great opportunity and UNICE is for you. Thank you. Well, it is for me now a great pleasure to call one by one the rectors to give their address. And it is my pleasure to call first the project leader and coordinator from Poznan University of Technology in Poland, which is one of the 5 top technical universities in Poland with very strong industrial cooperation. So it is my pleasure to introduce and ask to come to the stage to the rector, Teofil Jerzonowski.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished rector, His Magnificus Francesco Priolo, distinguished representative of the city Catania, representative of the European Commission, dear friends, rectors of the 9 universities, distinguished colleagues, friends, and dear students. I'm really honored to be here, and I'm really proud that we can share our friendship due to UNICE University. Firstly, I would like to admire many thanks to the Francesco Priolo and his wonderful team for the hosting us, for the wonderful preparation of yesterday, today's, and tomorrow meetings. So we really appreciated your efforts. And of course, let me mention about our friends, Lucia, that hope that she accept our condolence. Thank you to Christina and Lucia, and of course, to all team of Catania University. Let me also admire the history of this university, which is extremely beautiful. And of course, I would like to emphasize nowadays impact that Catania University, let me say, plays for the development of European Union for our globe. And of course, I'm really proud that the UNICE is one of the best European university. We are in progress, of course. We really develop our education system, internships, and also nowadays we are working with development of research and finally, of course, transfer to the, let me say, knowledge to the market society. The University of UNICE, and nowadays UNICE for you, it's not for us, but it is for the student and for new generation. not only as an impact of education, but generally as an impact of culture, future, and of course for the safeness of our globe due to climate change, due to issues related with digitalization, the transformation of knowledge, due to future that we will stay mostly safety, close to the Ukraine, close to the other dangerous situation, and of course healthness, which is very, very important, but the most important is education. When we will well educated, we're for sure safe, and of course more healthy. And finally, please accept my gratitude for all of you that continue the UNICE for you, that is future, not only for 10 universities, but the future for all of us. Thank you once again, Francesco. Thank you to all of you that we are part of this brilliant family, university family. Thank you.
And now is the turn of Brandenburg University of Technology in the northeast of Germany. It's a university focused on technology and with a particular emphasis on energy, materials, information and communication technology, health, with more than 40% of the students foreigner coming from over 100 countries. And the university is today represented by the Vice President, Michael Hübner.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for this kind introduction. But I must admit that I'm very honored to be here and to stand here on behalf of President Gesine Grande. And please allow me to send you her regards. And she cannot be here at the moment because she is on holiday. And you know where she is at the moment? She is in Italy for holiday. So maybe when we shout out loud, she can hear it maybe. So let's see. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. We have been here for, let's say, 45 minutes or something. Thanks a lot for this great hospitality, what you bring for us. Thanks a lot for this opportunity to have the meeting this 3 days with you. I'm very honored to stand here to represent our university because this strong, let's say, consortium which we brought out in the recent 3 years, which brought out such a, let's say, a spirit. Did I? Oh, yeah. Which brought out such a big spirit and things what we have done together in research, in education, and things what we have done for students, for researchers, and so on. And now we have the chance to go into the next phase, UNICE for You, where we can bring up more things together. And I think that this is exactly the right spirit what we should do for developing ideas and opportunities for young people, for young researchers, for students to admire the spirit of Europe. As we all know, at the moment, complete Europe is, let's say, in a situation where we need strength, where we need to stand together, and where we need to be one union. And especially UNICE and UNICE for You is something which brings up the puzzle piece exactly in that direction what we need for the future. Thanks for that, and thanks for everything what we will do in the future together. Thank you.
It is now the turn of the University of Cantabria in Santander, north of Spain. And it's a university with a very large international projection. And very recently, we all together celebrated in Santander the 50 years of this young but very strong and important university. So it is my pleasure to call the rector Angel Pazos.
Well, good morning to everybody. First of all, I would like to recognize and to thank the very nice and the fantastic organization of University of Catania of all this meeting. Yesterday, we have a fantastic visit to your current Department of Humanities, this fantastic monastery. And in general, I would like to thank the whole team of the University of Catania for the organization and for the success of being all of us here. For the University of Cantabria, belonging to EUNICE was from the very beginning something very important for us. Being a small university in a small town at the north of Spain, this opportunity of merging with other universities from our continent was extremely important. I would like to say that during this first phase that you were mentioning, I think that we, all of us, under the coordination of Poznan, that I want to recognize here, I think that all of us have done well. First, we have to meet and to know each other under circumstances that were not easy at all because of the pandemics. Second, we have been identifying our common interests. We have been establishing interactions. We have been also defining a menu of courses, cultural activities, and so on. Finally, and this is also very important, we have been able to define the legal accommodation of UNICE with the ASBL. So I think that this first phase, I would say that has been quite successful. And now, after the rollout and having our 3 new partners at the consortium, I think that we face this second phase that is extremely important. First, because we have to take this opportunity to define well our offer of training activities, our offer of conjoint studies and degrees. Second, because we have also to make a clear effort to interact and coordinate our activities also in terms of research. But it is extremely important not to forget that the main objective of UNICE is to serve our students. We cannot forget that. UNICE is for them. We have to be able to transmit our young people not only a high-quality training, but in addition to that, to transmit European values, and in addition to that, to transmit all of them how to be really European citizens. I think that all of us here are completely sure that without Europe, there is no solution for the big problems that our world is now facing. So we should be able to transmit our students that, and we should be able also to transmit the pride of feeling of belonging to UNICE. We have been able to transmit that to all our community in our universities, to our faculties. I think that this is a pending issue that we should be able to solve during the next 4 years, to make possible that all the people working, studying, researching at our universities feel really proud of belonging to this new European university. I'm sure that if we work hardly, we will be able to get it. Thank you.
And now the University of Mons in Belgium, located in Wallonia, the French-speaking region of Belgium, is committed to research of excellence, and it has 10 thematic research institutes and the UMONS Innovation Center. And it is my great pleasure to introduce and call the rector, Philippe Dubois, which is also the president of our ASBL.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks a lot for the kind introduction words, dear Francesco. Proud, happy, thankful are the three main feelings of me today sharing this time with you. Thankful first for the quality of this organization before and during the meeting. And I would like really to thank deeply all the organizers of your team, Francesco. And I have a very deep thought for Lucia. Thankful, but also proud. Proud of what we have been able to do all together over these 3 years without forgetting the preparation term, 6 months, not more. We were in a hurry, if you remember. We were certainly not sure to be successful. And finally, we got it, because we got already in our heart, not only in our mind, but in our heart, the utility of being all together in the frame of this new, as you said, university named EUNICE, and as you know me, I like calling it EUNICE. EUNICE brings me also happiness. Happiness because we have been able not only to enlarge the consortium to 3 additional universities, meaning 3 additional European countries, but also to get our students much more involved in this adventure. We have this student advisory board, and I would like that soon we call it not only advisory, but really participating board. Sharing, co-sharing, co-building this type of organization all together. Because, as you said, Angel, students are our first priority in EUNICE. And I can say now, knowing most of you, dear colleagues, rectors, we are sharing the same DNA, building the future through and with our students, while keeping in mind the deep, key importance of research. Research for boosting teaching together with our staff members and our students. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And now, Université Polytechnique Hauts-de-France in Valenciennes. It's the first polytechnic university in France, and it's indeed based on 2 poles, humanities and science and technology. And here it is represented by its president. It's my pleasure to introduce Hakim Artiba.
Thank you very much, Francisco. As Philippe said, I am proud. I am proud too for different things and subjects. The first thing, we are proud to see the representatives of the city and a colleague of us, that's really perfect. And the representative of Europe, and we are in a European project. And I will say that we succeeded in a few years, 3 years, to develop really something very new and important that the states themselves took a lot of time, more than 20 years to develop. And I am really very proud for this unity. I am proud to be here because we are in a historical place, very old university, the oldest one among us. And really very proud to see this organization, and I take the opportunity to congratulate your team, Francisco, for this welcome, warm welcome, and well organized, and we were all together, we were impressed by the visit we had yesterday to this historical place and very ancient and very well kept and belonging to the university. That's really very prestigious. Proud, of course, I am proud for what we did in 3 years, what our teams, and the congratulations go to all of you, the teams of our universities. We developed in 3 years a lot of things. Excellence programs, thesis portals, connections, internship with industry, short mobilities, and a lot of master programs, 21 programs, I think, and developed with the 7 universities, and we hope, of course, and welcome our friends from the 3 new universities. I am sure we started to have connections in the research. Philippe insisted on the research, of course. We depend on the research to develop and continue to develop our knowledge. And this transfer knowledge through these new developments is really very appreciated. But I am proud to see that there is an enthusiasm, and we have to keep this motivation to continue to develop and to be opened. Last time, and I think we will talk about new developments with other countries, even outside Europe. Europe is a very powerful house, and we have to open, but not to anyone. We have to select. We have to work with partners, confident partners. And I insist on these partners that are of interest to all of our universities, not those who want to be one-to-one, because we are in a partnership, and this partnership should be done with the others. And I am sure with this enthusiasm, with the support of these teams, these really dream teams, I am sure that we will continue to develop and to be succeeding our actions. Thank you very much again, Francisco.
And now we go to the very north. We go to Vaasa in Finland. The University of Vaasa is one of the largest business universities in Finland, with interest in economy, technology, communication, management, and governance. And it's for me a pleasure to introduce the rector, Minna Martikainen.
Thank you, and thank you for University of Catania, Rector Angel Passos-Carro, and your team for organizing this UNICE for us, this team, this meeting. And thank you for all the stakeholders to make our UNICE happen. And thank you for us to make this happen. My message here for you is, what is UNICE? What is UNICE for you? And first of all, think about us in Europe. We make a perfect, nice circle around the Europe. If we visionize our vision, UNICE for you, circle around the Europe, targeted for the students with the help of research, I can really see the platform raising the knowledge, science, and teaching to a next level. And I think this is what UNICE for you is, what it should be, and what it can be, and what will be, with and will. I see when we are in the same room, we have this will to make it happen. So this is what UNICE for you is. To make Europe know-how, knowledge, and research to the next level, supported by us. There is a saying that if there is a will, there is a way. And I think that what we are already now, we've shown that there is a way. So we made an impact already. Our UNICE for you means, it has to mean, what is the next level? And then we really have to make our circle functioning with the help of students, with the help of science, to make us, UNICE Europe, and European knowledge to the next level. And I think that this is our responsibility. And I felt it already, thank you for your visit to University of Vaasa, I already then felt that this team, this group of universities with these faculties and with these students can make it happen. So this is us. This is UNICE for us and for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your message. And now we go to the 3 new entries, the 3 new universities that enter this community. And the first is the University of Peloponnese. And it's a university that is spread across 6 different cities. There's Tripolis in the center of the Peloponnese, and then around Corinth, Kalamata, Naphtio, Sparta, and Patras. So it has 25,000 students, 9 faculties, and 22 departments. Before introducing the rector, when this university entered, I actually was wondering, we passed from the very north to the very south in the Peloponnese. And then I wondered, is this southern than Sicily? And then I've seen Tripolis, and it's like Catania. But Sparta and Kalamata are southern than Catania. Wow. But then what you do not know is that the Catania University has 3 branches: Catania, Syracuse, and Ragusa. And Ragusa beats Kalamata and Sparta. So we are still the Southern University in this community. And it is for me a great pleasure to welcome on the stage the rector of the University of Peloponnese, Athanasios Katsis.
Thank you very much, dear rector. Dear members of the organizing committee, a wonderful job. As you said, dear Francisco, Sicily, especially this part of Sicily, and Greece have historical ties. And as you have noticed, the deputy mayor's last name is Greco. So this is a wonderful opportunity for us. As a new member, I would like to share our first experiences in our university when we introduced UNICE. We introduced UNICE through its first action, which was the shared courses. Within a few days, we have over 300 applications for our students to participate in approximately 80 slots. When I asked some of the students what do they expect from them, from these courses, they didn't know. They didn't know exactly. But they have this feeling that this was something very good. This is something different. This is something beneficial for them. So our job is to make sure that this is true for them and for all of them. But there is something more to it. As we all know, you are the more senior members. This is a new initiative for EU, this European University Alliance. EU doesn't know exactly what to do with this. This is what the students feel. This is something new, and we have to show them what to do. We have to outpace what the law says. We have to establish our own identity, our own mechanism, and then force, in a good way, to make this into a legislative level. This is the challenge for us, to transform UNICE into an actual source of knowledge, into an actual source of interaction and producing within UNICE and within our society. So thank you very much. And we may think of getting a bit souther to beat you in the south face. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. And now we move to Portugal. Polytechnic Institute of Viseu in the central part of Portugal. This is certainly the top West university, no doubt. And it offers a wide range of courses. And it is my great pleasure to introduce its president, José dos Santos Costa.
Cordial saluti, saudações de Portugal. Welcome in Portugal. It's an honor to be here today in the General Assembly as a new member of the EUNICE family. I want to express my gratitude for the warm welcome. A special salutation to be addressed to the magnificent rector, Professor Francisco Priolo. Congratulations of the university, the organization. Fantastic, fantastic days. The assembly is not just another event. It's a time to reflect on journal travel so far, a celebration of the new alliance, and an opportunity to chart an inspiring path for the future. As we come together, I want to emphasize the importance of unity and international collaboration. We are not just a collection of individuals paving our own way. We are a community that succeeds when we work together, when we leverage and collective knowledge and expertise to address the complex problems facing our world. Let's continue to foster an environment where diversity is celebrated, where ideas are shared, and where everyone feels heard and valued. Together, we can create a space for innovation, knowledge, co-creation, and personal growth. Together, we build the future. I repeat the words, Professor Francisco Priolo. The UNICE is for our students. The UNICE is for our university. The UNICE is for our country. The UNICE is for our Europe. The UNICE is for the world. Thank you.
And now we go to Sweden, Karlstad University, located in the lake region of Sweden. It has around 20,000 students, and today is represented by its Pro-Vice Chancellor, Patrick Larsson.
Thank you. Dear friends, first of all, I would like to take the opportunity to say that our rector, Jerker Modusson, regrets that he is not able to attend here today, and he sends his best regards. At Karlstad University, we are very pleased and excited about the granted UNICE for You. It will give us an opportunity to mutually develop, grow, and create an attractive European University Alliance. It has been an intense and exciting year since we joined the Alliance last summer. We have worked closely together with our 9 partners with a new application. And as a new university and UNICE member, we also learned a lot about the activities in the current project and gotten to know all our partners in order to ensure that Karlstad University contributes and strengthens to the UNICE Alliance. Just like our other UNICE partners, Karlstad University is located in a region that is undergoing major development and where the university plays an important role in tackling the global challenges of our time through collaboration and adapting to the needs of the society. The main local industries in our region consist of paper and pulp production, IT, telecom, steel and engineering, together with trade and services and a strong public sector. As a member of the Alliance, we will contribute with our associated partners, our education and research. And in return, we expect to receive important input to strengthen the education we offer our students, as well as adding value to the public and private sectors in our region. By working closely together with associated partners and organizations in the 10 regions included in the Alliance, we will identify UNICE key competencies and integrate them in our joint academic offer. We have received a warm welcome by the Alliance, and Karlstad is offering 3 courses as a start at the UNICE catalog for the spring of 2024. And we also have another 10 subjects where we are adapting courses that can be added as freestanding courses or as contributions within the UNICE Excellence programs. We believe that during these 4 years, we will enrich our educational activities with support from the UNICE Alliance and be able to offer our students a much wider variety of courses and career opportunities. UNICE key competencies will be embedded in our education and enhance the students' skills and future employability. It also turns out that Karlstad University has already existing contacts in research at several of the universities of the Alliance, including research on solar cells, computer science, service research, which bodes well for the future. The Alliance gives an opportunity to work together in furthering and developing joint educational resources. It will provide a broader range of courses and choices for our students and lead to greater mobility as well as internationalization at home. Collaboration will take place in different constellations. Sometimes the entire consortium is involved, and sometimes the collaboration will be bilateral or trilateral. This will require hard work and call for adaptation and close collaboration between the partners. Karlstad University will take every opportunity to ensure good results, and that we are looking forward to working together to build a strong, attractive, and successful UNICE Alliance. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now, to launch the UNICE video, I'd like to call here our project coordinator, Pavel Zniatala.
Okay, thank you very much. I promise to be concise, not to speak too long. I will try. So first of all, thank you for such a nice place to host us here. Actually, I used many times Catania as an example of how mature UNICE is already, because we actually benefit from your 600 years history. So I used to tell UNICE is almost 600 years old, because we took from you all your experience. But only actually few things which I want to address and really stress here. First of all, many thanks to our leaders, to our rectors, because at the beginning of the project, now we don't call it anymore project, it is like a mission. At the very beginning, of course, it was a risky thing. Especially, it was difficult, still it is a challenge to convince our faculty, to convince our administration that it will be really a long-lasting project and mission, that it's really a good idea to invest effort in it. And I'm really thankful that we have our project officer, Iwona Jabłońska, with us. Actually, I don't know, it's not a secret that for the second part of the project, She will even be responsible not only for one university, but for the bigger group of alliances. So thank you for your support so far. But my point is that thanks to you, our leaders, to rectors, we were able to start the project, and when it was necessary, we could approach you for help. Many times, I know that it's not only me, but another university, we approached you asking for some help, including financial help, because it's another issue that we are not doing it for money. We know that the amount of money which we have for it, it's not enough, absolutely not. So all of us, all of university, we add some additional working effort to it, not mention about money. So thank you for your leadership, and we really feel your support. Also based, for example, such a meeting, we see how you organize it. We see that it is important. I remember the others meeting in the previous partners. It was also really, really nice and important. And it is very important for us, for all members of the academia society, that we know that it is something which we have to care and we have to invest for the future. So it is one thing. The second one, especially at the beginning for the pilot part of the project, we had to ask really the best people from our universities to run it. And you know that we did it because we really selected all of you. You selected the best people at your university that we were sure it will be a success. So thank you very much. And the third one, of course, it's not maybe now here to talk about it, but we have absolutely, now we can offer more than at the beginning to the students, to our faculty. When you visit our website, or even if you look at this brochure, thank you for preparing it, you can see that really our offer in terms of courses to students, also summer schools, you know that as a UNICE, we organize several of them. And also for our faculty, we already applied, we already submitted some applications for grants together. Together means not necessarily all 10 members, but we already decided that we will organize the research-oriented consortia according to the topic. So absolutely now it's time that we have to activate more, as it was mentioned before here. We should activate more students, we should activate our faculty. In fact, it is already based on questionnaire which was collected that the group of our society, academic society, which benefits the most were administration, because administration were able to learn how even more, how to manage this international cooperation. And now it's time to move it forward. But we created this ecosystem that now it is possible. I think that from the very beginning we couldn't involve students immediately because it was nothing to offer them within the UNICE frame. Now we can do it. I hope that I was concise. Thank you very much. And now enjoy the movie which show you a little bit what was done during these last 3 years. Of course, more details you can find on our website, but also you can simply ask people, hey, what was done in your university in the frame of the UNICE? And you will see that a lot of things were done. Thank you very much.
Well, you look at this video, and really you want to take part of it and be part of it. So it's great, and it is now my great pleasure to call Iwona Jablonska, project manager of EUNICE from the European Education and Culture Executive Agency of the European Commission. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Wow, it's really a pleasure, honor to be here in this. I'm so happy to be here in this beautiful city, beautiful university, and in front of all the UNICE representatives and all the stakeholders, important stakeholders. So I don't know if the presentation will be displayed. Just to let you know, so I would like to, so my speech will be a little bit supported with a few slides to put the things into a context, but I was so stimulated. I have been stimulated by your speeches, you know. You were mentioning dreams, evidence generation for policymakers, benefits for stakeholders, building future together. So all this indeed is a kind of a mission, important mission here, and this enthusiasm is just extremely productive and great. So first of all, I would like to put a little bit the UNICE Alliance into the context of European Universities Initiative. So far, the Commission has launched 4 subsequent calls for proposals, 2019, 2020, pilot calls for pilot alliances, and then 2020, 2023 for the new framework program, so 2021, 27. So currently we have 50 European universities that were selected and are running collectively, and these 50 alliances, they involve more than 400 higher education institutions and a number of associated partners and different stakeholders from diverse stakeholders. So what are European universities? Just to put a kind of definition here. So sorry, just the previous slide. Again. So this is the extract from the call. So there was the European strategy for universities that was somehow translated. This political dimension and orientation was translated into calls for proposals. And in the call for proposals, you can see that European universities are highly ambitious transnational alliances, not projects, alliances of higher education institutions developing long-term institutional, structural, and strategic cooperation based on common values and agreed principles and aiming to achieve sustainability of their cooperation. The European Universities Initiative responds to a long-term vision that has the potential to transform the institutional cooperation between higher education institutions and bring it to the next level. So, given that you operate in a highly complex environment, you act on highly complex processes, there is a need of highest level of commitment, so at the rector level, president level, then mobilizing the critical mass of resources within your universities and, and mobilizing people to co-create, so staff, students, to have a kind of other stakeholders on board to create an ecosystem together, so associated partners, and embrace all the end users. So having staff on board, but also students, because this is also something for them and with them. So given all these challenges, there is clearly this process of removing barriers and transformation is really difficult, and indeed there were the policies are in place, and then you must, via your concrete actions, make these policies real, these results real. So just to put a little bit, you wanted me to talk a little bit about the future of European Universities Initiative. So let's talk about the concrete future first, future of the EUNICE Alliance. So first, pilot phase. So we are at the end of this 36-month implementation phase. So the alliance, so the first phase will end on the 1st of October 2023. Then, just for your information, we will guide you throughout your reporting process, because we are expecting your final report to be submitted to the agency in December, and we would like to see what are the results, the concrete achievements, but also what kind of challenges you faced. So then, in terms of UNICE for you, so a kind of, not a continuation, enhancement of what you did before. It is not about catching up what was not possible to do, but it is about enhancement, another level. So you are about signing the grant agreement in October for this new phase with the 3 new partners. Then you will start this enhanced alliance and enhanced activities on the 1st of November, and we will organize a kickoff meeting in January to guide you throughout the implementation phase, etc. So, indeed, let's talk a little bit about the future. And I agree with one of the predecessors. Indeed, you build this future, because this future is happening now. So, indeed, there was a dream, so let's say a dream, but we talk about the policies, the political orientation, which was translated into a call and is translated by you via your description of action, via your grant agreement, into concrete commitments and then concrete achievements. So this future is happening now because you contribute, you build this future together, because what you're doing, you generate evidence for policymakers on what and how to approach the future, because it is about making these universities, European universities, stronger, more competitive, more agile, adapted to the fast-moving environment, future, and challenges. And then you have this responsibility as a role model. So even though we will have 50 or 60 alliances running, you will transfer, or you will impact the higher ecosystem, higher education ecosystem in Europe at large. So it is something that you are now doing together with all the partners, associated partners, with end users on board. This is really a radical cooperation where you have these end users that will uptake the results, because it is not only about generating results, producing results, but about uptake of these results by the others and using them. So indeed, the future is under discussion in terms of, so you are contributing, you contribute to the monitoring framework, to the assessment of the program by the European Commission. Then there are discussions on the investment pathway. There are meetings. You are invited to these meetings, to the Commission. You can raise your voice. So what would be the future? What would be the synergies with member states in this new configuration? What would be the synergies between education, research, innovation, and how this will be translated into the service to society? So we are indeed in this co-creation moment, and therefore please continue to deliver, continue to raise your voice, and continue to this, within this enthusiasm and this, let's say, cross-fertilization among partners as it is, and just enhance Now, please learn from your lessons, from the challenges you faced, and also explain what were the challenges you faced. So thank you very much for your attention.
To thank you, really I'd like to give you a medal of and to remember this, a medal of the University of Catania, Sicilia Studium Generale. And as an eternal link among our universities, I'd like to call all directors and give them also the medal.
Thank you very much, Francesco.
No,
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. No, remain here. Remain on stage. You can open it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Please, all on stage. And yes, with a promise you will not go southern. Please come here. And also I'd like to give a medal to Pavel Zniatala, our project coordinator.
Thank you, Francesco.
No. Well, so thank you all, and I think now it's time for a coffee break.
Maybe we take a photo?
Yeah, I think they did it already.
esteemed guests, rectors, UNICE colleagues, good morning and welcome to the second session of the day, Activating a European University. I'm Lydia Ceballos-Boyden. I'm the leader of the work package of Sustainability and Impact in UNICE Alliance. Now is the time to learn a little bit about the pillars that sustain UNICE. What are we doing in our journey to take higher education to a new era? Of course, this is a huge task and a huge change of concept we are trying to implement here. So 3 years aren't enough to complete this task. This is only the beginning. But I'm happy, and I think our rectors share this opinion, that we converge and set the foundation for what is to come. Higher education role has changed. We are adapting to keep equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills they need to navigate the complexities of this changing world. We are adapting to contribute in the best way we know to shape the future of our society. Now, some of the members of UNICE will share some good practices, and then we will have some time for questions and a little conversation. In first place, research engineer Hounaida Frikha will join us from Université Polytechnique Hauts-de-France. She is responsible for coordinating courses and excellent programs.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to me to be in this General Assembly with all the sector and all partners. Today, I am so glad to present in behalf to the VP2, VP2 team at UPHF. We start our presentation entitled Sharing and Co-creating Courses Road to Excellence. Thank you. So, since January 2022, a range of shared courses has been offered each semester by the European University UNICE to all students from the 7 partners of the Alliance. This course catalog will be consulted on the UNICE website, Course Action, as we see in the slide. In order to create a course catalog, we start with an internal call for all co-created courses. Then we pass to common validation to register the process and learning agreement. Today we have 48 courses already published for 3 levels, bachelor, master, and PhD students. We have also many language courses offered to students as well as staff. After collecting of the list courses, we move it to the common validation. All the info related to this course can be consulted by clicking in the program tab and the study guide. Each course is presented according to the same theme in Gov to raise the credit STH for all partners. The majority of courses we delivered into synchronous or asynchronous mode. It's mean online or outline mode in the model. For the registration procedure has been created and shared by all the partners by UNICE Consortium. It aims to facilitate and coordinate the joint management of these courses offering by creating a common process. The procedure below, therefore, process UPHF management is part of the overall process. For students in bachelor, master engineering, the first step is checking your eligibility and term of the course timetable, level of study, etc., and the study guide available on each UNICE course registration page. The second step for students, contact your education manager to obtain their priority agreement and find out about the method of collecting STS. And the third step for this student, it's applied directly on the UNICE website on the desired courses page. For PhD students, we have the first step before the course, inform your thesis director for your project and ask for their agreement. Second step, apply directly on the UNICE website on the desired courses page. And finally, once the courses has been validated, the doctoral student must submit a request for validation and send their certificate or success signed by their thesis director. In each cause of listed above, the student will receive a response within a day following the course registration deadline regarding their acceptance to the UNICE courses. Okay. The second key for our presentation today is the excellent program. On May 13, 2022, the UPHF organized two workshops, entitled Workshop on UNICE Excellent Program and Workshop on UNICE Pedagogical Engineering. This workshop gave rise to 21 excellent programs for 3-level, bachelor, master, and PhD in 5 research teams: smart city, healthcare, transportable mobility, environment, and suitable environment. For the excellent program, reference and eligibility for program of excellence can be based on quality of research and reputation of the supporting research laboratory related to the process program, employability competence forecast in the near future mean skills need to each territory, and the degree and education customization, student fellow, pedagogical feature, innovation, monitoring and or evaluation procedure, the mobility mean the mobility of all students in the 7 all partner, and European identity season to tomorrow. And we can see all the program prepared by our dear partner. For UPHF, we have 2 programs, ET for smart and suitable mobility, leader UPHF and co-coordinator by UC, PUT, and UVA. Another program, bachelor degree in international trade, leader by UPHF and co-coordinated by Cantabria and Poznan. For UMONS, they proposed 3 programs. 1 program, Master Bio and Chemistry, and a Master in Multidisciplinary Translation, and finally a crossing border European voyage into intellectual and multilingualism, co-created by UMONS, IPV, Karlstadt, Cantabria, Catania, and Peloponnese. For Cantabria, they proposed for excellent program, a master degree in biomedical engineering and technology, a certificate on global competency. All the people are involved in the creation of this program, and a joint doctoral program in One Health, coordinated by UMONS, UPHF, Catania, and Poznan. For the PUT, they proposed 3 programs: 1 master in cybersecurity, and 1 bachelor suitable building engineering, and finally a PhD trend and future prospect in nanomaterial science. We move on to Catania. They propose a master in, they propose the 7 programs. The first is in modern philosophy, the second in history of art, also a master in archaeology, a bachelor degree in cultural heritage, another bachelor degree in science and language for communication, another master in text science for IIT profession, and finally master in classical physiology. Catania also called for all partners to collaborate in this program and find coordinator to this 7 excellence program. Let's move on to BTU. Our dear German partner, they propose an intelligent microsystem engineering advanced material with collaboration PUT, UPHF, and PhD in sustainable transformation study, and finally a master program, technology, environment, science, and society. And we close our excellent program by VASA, master in integrated energy system. Thank you for, thank you. And a little bit.
Now is the turn for Rony Snyders, the UNICE project leader in Belgium and advisor for interregional matters for the Rectoral College of University of UMONS. Also for Marta Gómez, director for internationalization at home, at the Vice-Rectorate of the Internationalization and Global Engagement at the University of Catania in Spain. Please be seated.
So, good morning, dear colleagues. Good morning, dear students. Maybe a bit of context before to start with our VPs that we have co-lead together with UMONS and University of Catania. So I don't. Okay, sorry. So, as you know, when the European Commission has started this pilot program, the goals were twofold. The first one was clearly to improve the quality and the level of our research and education system in Europe to the benefit of our students. And clearly the second one is, as it has been mentioned by some of our rectors this morning, to build and to promote the European citizenships and to build a common set of values that we can share in Europe to the benefit of our society in the near future. This is in this context that this WP3 has been built, and at that time, when we have started to write the project in a very short period of time, as it has been mentioned, we ask ourselves how to reach this objective, which strategy could we implement to promote this European citizenship within our student. So this is the story that we will share with you today, show you how we did it, and explain you what were our success and probably our problems facing during this period of time. So I will maybe let Marta explain you the way we proceed to do it. Please, Marta.
Yeah. So since our first idea was this European citizens, shaping the European citizens, what we thought is, what do our students need to become those European citizens? And everything turned around three main axes. The first one being multilingual. The second one is the global competencies, knowledge on European and global issues. And finally, the intercultural competency. So those were the three main axes. And we thought, and we came up with the idea of creating something that would make UNICE more unique through our labels, through something that would make us different, and that is the UNICE certificate in global competencies. So this is what we're going to be presenting. So the first thing, Rony, what did we do regarding languages, being multilingual?
Yeah, that was indeed the first problem, challenge that we faced. And within UNICE, we have decided to co-create, basically, because all universities have participated to this action, 12 language lecture. English lecture, so 5 intermediate to advanced courses to reach a B2 level in English, which is quite usual, let's say. But we also decided to co-create 7 beginner self-study courses in the UNICE local languages, namely French, Italian, German, Polish, Swedish, Finnish, and Spanish. Of course, this level will only give an access to a pre-A1 level to the student, but we believe that it was already something very nice for our student to get some knowledge in the UNICE languages in order to travel, in order to exchange with their peer into the project, into the network. So, maybe it's better to let experts talk about it. So we have a video that should start. Without sound.
What does it mean to feel European?
It's about bonding and building a community. 2, be humble about your culture. It means being able to put our beliefs, our knowledge into perspective. Remember, you are absolutely unique, just like everybody else.
Number 3, share knowledge. The limits of my language mean the limits of my world. Today, there is an urgency to work together, and multilingual teams can help find solutions to problems and issues that impact us all.
4, contribute to building peace. I am Belgian, I speak French. I teach English online, and I live in Portugal. Languages are a powerful tool for social change, and they are key to human intelligence.
Have fun. There are 12 UNICE language courses in 8 different languages. The choice is yours. So join in the fun.
So did this action work, basically? Then I have some numbers to share with you. So some number that are coming from the first and second edition of our language offer initiative. So in 2022-23, we had almost 1,000 students that have registered to the language courses, and almost the same number for this year. 40 teachers were involved, and when we had this satisfaction survey to the student, we got a mark of 4/5. So I think that we can consider that this pilot phase, it's still a pilot phase, in terms of language offer, has been a success story through UNICE. So that was the first action that we really developed in terms of developing this European citizenship. This is not the only one, as Marta explained you. So the second one is related to the development of the global competencies, and I will let the expert talk about it.
Well, in fact, we are going to let an expert explain what it is, being global. So there is a video that is self-explanatory. Or not? Is it not? No. Well, yeah. Well, we've got. The thing is, with this knowledge on European and global issues, we decided, according to the expert's opinion, to organize this around 3 different. Oh, is it working now? No. Okay. No, it's fine. So we decided to organize it around 3 different actions, everything around courses and helping our students achieve that European or global knowledge. The first option, the first action is this, some online courses within the VP2 offer of online courses. There were several ones, in fact 7, that were related to this European and global knowledge. And again, we're going to let a student speak about it. There is another video. Hopefully it works. They worked. Well, there is a student sharing his experience on taking this course, these online courses, with the students from all the Alliance, and being able to share not only the content of the courses, but again, their own experience from their own societies and countries. So it's a pity because this presentation was full of videos sharing the experiences. It's not the same when I am the one sharing the experiences, but anyway, we'll make it work. Yeah. Yeah. So the second action, is the pointer not working? There it goes. The second action was making this knowledge on European global issues even more inclusive, which is that anybody from anywhere could take the course for free. So we co-created, and this is the first 100% co-created course, this massive online open course that was offered last academic year, and it's going to be offered in 23-24, again during the second semester. So here we joined forces with academics. So in fact, it was 15 teachers creating the different modules. And then we had 500 inscriptions. It was, like I said, open to the whole society, everywhere, inside UNICE and outside UNICE. So there were 90% of those subscriptions were from UNICE students and also staff. And I would like to bring here the overall satisfaction rate that we obtained with this MOOC. There was like a real true experience of co-creating, of working together, and then again sharing with the community. The third action is not as inclusive as this one, but it's been very successful, and it is the blended intensive program according to the Erasmus programs. Introduction to Global Studies. At the University of Catania, we had been organizing this course, Introduction to Global Studies, for several years, so we decided to share it and offer it and open it to the UNICE community. So we invited different professors from all the different universities to come to Santander for 2 weeks in the month of July, and also students from the UNICE universities. We've had 2 editions. We're going to have another one next year. And it's this summer, we had 22 UNICE students. We had 24 from the University of Catania and 2 from the University of North Carolina in Charlotte, which is a partner that we've been working with at the University of Catania for years. And then again, teachers were not only from the University of Catania, but also from the UNICE partners and from the University of North Carolina. And there is another video that I hope it works, of students and teachers sharing their experience in Santander.
Maybe you could try to go out of the slideshow. Okay.
Maybe we can play the videos and the turn off questions and answers.
Yeah.
I get them the list. Okay. Yeah, okay, thank you. This BIP was the first UNICE summer school that we started this year as a pilot in Santander. So once we have covered this knowledge on European and global issues, the final item that I mentioned at the beginning was this intercultural competency. So Rony, how can we, or how have we helped our students with that intercultural competency?
Thanks. So indeed, the third pillar of our doesn't.
We love technology.
Yeah, we face some technical problem in UNICE, but yeah. So the third pillar of our action was related indeed to nurture the intercultural proficiency of the students, which is not an easy task, of course. That's why we decided to basically establish a portfolio of action that have been basically summarized into a big event that we. Could you?
Yeah.
That we called UNICE Weeks. Okay. So basically, the UNICE Weeks are a multicultural and intellectual festival which aim to promote European values and highlight the diversity of UNICE region in alignment with our vision, the UNICE vision of a multilingual and inclusive Europe. So this is, for example, the advertisement for the next one, the one that will be organized very soon, in October, November 23. And you can see that basically this UNICE Weeks contain a lot of activities from conferences, from cultural events like concert or virtual visit of museum, but also some face-to-face activities. As an example, a very good example are the UNICE Games, in which we have students from the entire network going to Poznan this year to have a volley tournament in Poznan and sharing and exchanging on their experience. So this is what we have implemented during the 2 first year of the UNICE project at that time. And to give you a number, basically we got almost 2,000 registration for the first editions. So we still have a video here, but I guess it will not.
It's working.
It's working now? Okay. Please go ahead then. So this is a cultural event that happened at University of Mons in the context of the UNICE Weeks. It was a concert from the Orchestre Royal de Chambre de Wallonie. Transition. So this was the first volleyball tournament in Poznan. So see, it's quite different activities, but all of them contribute to the same objective, to nurture this intercultural facets of the students. So the question is, and we arrive at the end of the presentation, we show you, at least we try to show you the activities we have developed within this work package. The question is now, did we succeed? Did we reach our objective? And to conclude, I would let the word to Marta, please.
Okay, so did we rise up for the challenge? Like I said at the beginning, we put together all these different branches in a certificate, something that would make UNICE more unique. And that is the certificate in global competencies that the University of Catania will start issuing this academic year, 23-24. And I would like to thank everybody at the University of Catania, everyone who helped us to put this together and get it running. So the idea is for all the different partners to start issuing this UNICE certificate. It is a supplement to the European diploma that the students will get once they finish their undergrad, their degree. So UNICE for You will continue to develop these key transversal skills, these key competencies and these global competencies that shape our students and our communities as European citizens. So I've been told that videos are working now. There was an internet connection, that was the problem. So if you allow us, I would like to share the video with the blended intensive program, because it's students sharing their experience, and you will be able to see and to have a glimpse of what we do in the mornings and also of the activities that we do in the afternoons. The month of July in Santander is very pleasant. So if you will please, I can turn to the slide. Okay. This is it. This is the video.
Also Tomatina. So I enrolled in this course.
The course in Global Studies has been offered at the University of Cantabria to students from UNICE universities. So the cultural element becomes really important. There are students from different countries working and living together. They have been living with families here in Santander.
Discovering a new culture, meet people from all over Europe, all over the world.
To know the culture better, to know how the way of life is in Spain. They have dinner pretty late, so like it's around 10:30, but I was actually aware of that, and also that having like the conversations with the host family, I came to know about San Fermin and people running after the bulls, and also Tomatina. So I enrolled in these courses because I'm actually an assistant teacher in the University of UMONS, and so I thought courses related to globalization and to global studies would be interesting to try and find a way to implement the elements learned during those courses.
I believe the thing that has impacted me the most about this course was the interrelationship we could see between the different topics and different concepts. It has not only been an international course, but a multidisciplinary course. The teachers have been able to find a relationship and show it to us, which I believe is essential in a globalized world.
All professors have different backgrounds, and that's why I think very interesting. We talk about science, economics, or literature, and I didn't expect that. I would recommend this experience. I think it really broadens your perspective.
And this is it for BP3. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marta and Rony. For the third topic of the day, we have Cristina Satriano, UNICE project leader at the University of Catania, our host here in Italy. Thank you for that. She's in charge also of the work package that aims to reinforce the university business and society connection. Patrick Hoffmann, he's peer at the Brandenburg University of Technology in Germany.
Thank you.
We only have one video. Hope it's gonna work.
Yeah, the first video is always working.
Okay, so this activity, as Lydia mentioned, is the one within UNICE that has aimed to make ties between the university and the society and the business world. We made a joke with the USBC, the University, Society and Business Connection. So this work package has been carried out together by University of Catania, mostly as a leader, and University of Brandenburg as a co-leader. So I give the floor to Patrick to explain what kind of needs we were aimed to cover in this activity.
Yeah, for USBC, University, Society and Business Connections, what do we need? Well, we identified, so to say, two columns. The first one is knowledge transfer, and the second one is entrepreneurial education. And for the knowledge transfer, we of course have to improve and to support this triangle between education, innovation and research and innovation in that direction, and valorization of the results. So that's the first column. And on the other side, entrepreneurial education, we have established a portal for internships. And on the other side, we need education, industrial-driven education, and for industrial-driven education, you need, this consists of mainly three parts. What is dual education programs, what is a co-design of curricula, and a lifelong learning program, of course. Yeah, and what accomplishments we reached?
Yeah, we are quite proud. I will say that we got some of good results, we hope, building an international internship portal, which is working with more than 200 companies and research institutes, offering a possibility of internships to the UNICE. And we will say also to associate the UNICE students, not strictly UNICE students. And we have run industrial workshop. The very first was, unfortunately, during the COVID, so it was run online. And we had, in that case, at that time, the company's elevator pitch. And then the year later, in Catania, we had the industrial PhD workshops. And then we made the other way around, doing the PhD student elevator pitch, just a contest, a few minutes to explain the research topic, and that workshops were mostly focused also on two research teams that were identified, the materials and energy topics. Also, another activity that we developed is the so-called joint open lab. That means we made a recognition of all the equipment and facilities that we share, that we open to third parties, and this will continue also you will hear more tomorrow in the continuation of UNICE with the Joint Open Lab Phase 2, and the Contamination Lab and Imagine Innovation Cup, that were two contests. We are gonna talk a little bit more in detail in the next slide, so maybe we can switch to the next to start to discuss in detail some of these activities. Please,
right.
Patrick.
And one key action, of course, was this international internship portal. It's not only for internship, it's also for thesis. And you see here, we have integrated this in UNICE homepage, this portal. You have a form to fill in and to search for internships. So for the students, they can search for internships and also for topics, for thesis, exactly. And of course, the question here is also, is it working? Of course, we have some issues to tackle, but we made some testimonials. There's one, so to say, as an interview-made testimonial, also on our homepage, that is to be seen here. And we brought also a video, a testimonial from a student what used our portal, and that is the right-hand side.
Good morning, my name is Davide Russo. I'm a 22 years old student of the University of Catania. During the summer, I could use the help of EUNICE in order to spend 2 months abroad studying at the University of UMONS. During this time, I could understand what it really looks like to be studying abroad and to be communicating with people from other countries. I find out that so many industries in all the Europe are available within the EUNICE network, and that it is possible so to understand in another way, with another approach, what it really looks like to be using your knowledge in order to give your contribution in the world by working and by improving the technology. During the period in UMONS, I could find out that it was so easy to find new friends. I'm spending my free time with people coming from all the Europe, and not only, also with people coming from Asia, like an Indian guy which was working with me at Materia Nova. I suggest everyone to give a look at the EUNICE internship portal and to try this type of experience, because not only you will manage to understand how it looks like to stay abroad and to communicate with people coming from other contexts, but also it will help you to understand what it will be your future after you finish your studies.
Yeah, that was the example for our key action 1, the International Internship Portal, but we also had the key action 2.
Yeah, if I may just go back just to the previous one to explain better what I was saying before. Lily Carpentier, the other testimonial, I don't know if the link is working. There should be an hyperlink to click on. Right on the, yes. She was a student doing an Erasmus mobility at Poznan University, and during that time she used the portal for coming, I think in Catania. Is not.
Maybe it's not working in presentation mode. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. But that is one of the example, are as to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a block. Yeah. I think you need to scroll down.
So we have on the EUNICE website all this section of testimonials for the students that took part to this EUNICE-driven internships somehow. And yeah, this was an example. And now we can go to the next section.
Thank you.
Key action 2 that we want to talk to you today, next one. Okay, is about the fostering the entrepreneurship thinking. So we did that mainly through 2 actions. One is what is called the EUNICE Contamination Lab. We are aware that as Italian contamination is quite understandable, since this is a national project from Italian Ministry of University of Research that was launched some years ago. Catania was part of this project, and the idea is to contaminate the different fields, different backgrounds, different sectors to help students to sit together at a table, to have a virtual lab, physical lab, discuss an idea, and to get more and more acquainted to how to progress to develop a business idea. And somehow with our colleagues, we were asked why we need to use contamination, because usually contamination seems not a positive meaning, but we want to keep this label for the lab to stress what really the crossing of different, the cross-disciplinarity, how important is this action. And this EUNICE Contamination Lab was run during the last year of EUNICE, so this year, and it was structured with the online workshops at the different places, and we had the final summer school in Catania last July. And the UNICE Imagine Innovation Cup has been another activity that we have been working a lot on that. And also in that case, we have really seen how we have grown together, because there was a discussion at the beginning what kind of contest to organize at the different university, because we said we will have a local phase and then a final phase with the contest in Catania. That has been, by the way, the same last month in July. We have been quite busy in the last month here with the summer school, with the final contest. And some university organized for the first time that kind of contest with the start cup format. And we had a winner that was a team from Spain with the project Sense, I think was related to sensing. And
yeah, and our final slide, of course, lessons learned. What are the next steps? Well, a portal of internship, of course, that was expected. There is you have always issues or language difficulties as you are dealing with companies. But at least in Germany, I feel that there's also a change so that foreign languages are more accepted in the labor market. And I think we can foster this with our internship portal. And of course, another point was that we were heavily affected by the COVID pandemic because, I mean, these are hands-on experience. You have to have mobility to go somewhere for an internship. You have to be exposed to this different environment, and that, of course, was in the beginning not possible, but I think now we have good conditions to use it in a world with COVID, but the old world with COVID.
Yes, for the last part, for this entrepreneurial education issue target, what we learn is that it's a concept that it is very intuitive. Even if we are talking about science or humanity, the different fields, sometimes it happens that we are all talking different languages. So this multi and interdisciplinary concept, it's really crucial. So to have a seeded knowledge to be grown and grown, and especially when we want to establish this connection with society, connection with ecosystems, and with the business world and companies. And I think that's all for our work package.
Yeah, thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you for your...
Well, thank you to you for your presentation. Now is the time for taking some questions from the audience, both online and in the room. So I will start with the online audience. I don't know if Mike is going to run for questions for the people present here. Yeah, we have the first one that is related to the academic offer. So it's for you, Hounaida. What kind of topics can students find in the courses catalog right now?
Okay, thank you, Lydia. As we said, we offer 48 courses behind the 12 courses language. We have 5 research items. We can offer several topics in artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, healthcare, for example, nursing, mobility, transport, SDG, computer science. We have several topics in our catalog, and we can see that directly on our website. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Even if we have like a lot of technological universities, we have a lot of courses related to history and social science. And that's right. Thank you. We have also more questions. This is related to European values and global competencies. What's in UNICE's added value when it comes to these issues compared to what is done at the local level? What's UNICE's added value?
Yeah. I would say that belonging to a network like EUNICE certainly opened doors to new concepts, to new activities. Maybe not for all universities, some of them are more developed in that field, but the other can get this experience to offer it to their students. So I'm talking especially from the University of UMONS side. Certainly we have offered to our students new possibilities thanks to the participation to the EUNICE network, such as the MOOC, for example, was a really new topic that we could offer to the student. The blended intensive program, the BIP program, is also something new that we learn to use and that we will for sure develop in the near future. In addition, I would also say that belonging to EUNICE also make more efficient, more smooth mobility aspect because the administrative teams are working hard to make it easier to travel, to exchange, and this is certainly a benefit that can be offered to the so this will be, I think, from the EUNICE network. So that's okay.
Okay, we have more questions. Yeah, will be there for you to will there other language courses so students can increase their language proficiency?
That's the idea. People learning and growing and sharing together. So we started with this pre-A1 level for international languages, and the idea is to continue adding more levels, adding more courses, and combining them with all the other activities we're doing. So I think that's the idea with the committee of experts in languages. That's the idea for the second phase unit, to continue offering different levels, especially if we're increasing mobility or if we're increasing sharing courses, that can improve the level in another language. Yeah.
Thank you, Marta. Okay, yeah, we have a question from the online audience today, but we will have some room for you, so get ready. This is about the entrance portal. So you of the portal is for international interest. What are you trying to join up?
You can of course, we have some IT issues, but that can be solved. I think the responsibility is to offer their internships internationally. That's especially in Germany, because they learn German. And so it's a language. We've already addressed this. But I think that, and I just want to think because on the value of UNICE, I think we also have added value, what is the same somehow. Yeah? We are already cooperating, so we can be a link between the student from abroad to the company, a needed link. I think the of this internship portal. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can switch to the question in the room. If anybody wants to inquire about, yes, we have here in the line. Thank you.
And address that, for example, that we need to still the students with languages, but how can we also help companies, and especially in Brandenburg and in other countries, of course, we have small companies which we need to, let's say, bring also the direction of the UNICE idea to, let's say, have somehow in the middle, so that we learn English, go to Spain and work there, and vice versa, that maybe companies in Spain learn English skills, German or Italian or whatever. How can we do this? Can we involve them somehow more? Because I find that especially in Germany, I think the willingness for students is not very low to learn other languages. On the other side, small and medium-sized companies have problems to go in that direction. How can we handle this in the future?
This answer. Actually, this is something that we are trying to do as well in the work, because we have that part which is named dual programs, lifelong learning, and also co-created programs. We are also trying to develop a certificate program with the idea to involve stakeholders and companies, both as a teacher and as a host of the internships. So that would be definitely a way to get them closer to the students' need.
We have these industrial workshops.
Maybe I can complete the answer from